So I just have a few questions for you today. Feel free to answer as much detail or as little as you want.
Okay, all right.
So I was wondering if you could tell me a bit about yourself and your service dog.
Well, a bit about myself. I spent 28 years total in the military, 4 years active Marine Corps. Then I did 24 years with the Arizona Army National Guard, and I was full time for pretty much that 24 years. Daisy's been my service dog now for 6 years. She started out actually as a show dog, so she's very, but we've trained her as far as like her canine good citizenship and all that, and she's been exposed to just about anything you can imagine. She's been on trains, she's been on planes, um, just about anything you can think of.
And does she go everywhere with you?
She does not go everywhere with me. Primarily, I use her a lot for traveling because biggest ones I hate to do is travel. I mean, like day-to-day trips, I don't take her to like the grocery store, but if it's like if I'm going out of town or something like that, then I'll take her with me.
Okay, awesome. What I was sort of researching was about this epidemic about fake service dogs, as in people who just have like a pet dog that's not trained and then put a service dog vest on them.
Right.
I was wondering if you've ever had like a bad experience with that or if you know anything about this.
Well, actually, when my father passed away a few years ago, we ended up taking Daisy. And she's kind of stereotyped anyways because she's a bully breed dog. She's basically an American Staffordshire Terrier. So already right off, people are I don't know how you'd say scared of her, even though she's pretty much harmless. And this was right after we flew on Southwest Airlines back to Alabama, and it was like a week or so after this it happened. That's, I guess, somebody had gotten bit on the plane and stuff. So that was the biggest thing we were worried about, was that are we going to have issues at the airport? Are they going to question her? Things like that. Dealings with.
I had more dealings. I'm basically his caregiver. He doesn't like to approach people, if you understand what I'm saying. Basically, at that time, we were still new to the whole what documents you have to bring. I helped train her. She basically fell into the role. There's been incidents where he's had episodes, PTSD episodes, and she's the only way that I got him to the VA.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, she's the only way. No, I won't go unless she comes. So it's like, okay. But that day of the situation, I went up and I asked him, and the guy goes, "Do you have a letter saying that she's a service dog?" And I'm like, "I have his psych letter." Psych letter basically states, that he has PTSD. We just got back, so they're still acting weird.
Oh, no.
So basically he has PTSD. The letter just stated and that he's in need of a service dog, which is Daisy. The guy gave me kind of a little bit of a flack. Oh, this is just saying the dog's an emotional support dog.
Right.
And the new laws that have come out, or the laws that have come out, that is basically a PTSD dog is a service dog. Instead of it being, just like turn on the lights medication. She helps him block him from people and kind of keep the distraction away from him. She'll even, like, when he's a little nervous, upset, she'll start licking him.
That's so sweet.
So like she'll like, "Come on, calm down." So that's the thing with and she's very aware with, hey, she wears her vest. She knows what she's doing if she's working for him.
Right, exactly.
And then when I still show her off and on, just for the fun of it, just to have fun with her, because she still loves it. She's one of those dogs that's all eyes on me type of dog.
Right.
So she knows when she's with me, there's a different attitude. I'm not working with dad. I'm working with mom.
So I'm wondering, and don't feel like pressured to answer in any kind of way, but there's people that have, just a pet dog who isn't trained in any kind of way and take them into public with a service dog vest. Do you believe that that is like detrimental to people who actually need their service dogs?
I do.
Yeah.
I you can tell when people, I feel that it is a detrimental, because the true people that do need the service dogs, they're getting questioned. They're getting, is this really a service dog? Is this not really a service dog?
And you also feel like you're being watched.
And you're being watched. Is this, I mean, I think we have two things against it. I mean, in my opinion, sometimes is she's an American Staffordshire Terrier. It's a bully breed.
That's already gives you a hard time, right?
Yeah, that already gives me a hard, just regardless wherever, we're at, even with him, we went to Vegas and we were in an outlet mall. We were, and this Englishman randomly, I'm like getting something done. He's sitting down with him. Everybody's walking by, respecting him. They're not touching him. They're like, beautiful dog. Walk on by. This old man comes up and starts questioning him.
Really?
Like grilling him, like, so is that really a service dog, or are you just pretending? That whole, it's a bully breed, it's in a mall, and it's a fake one.
Right.
And then he starts questioning, and I walk up to him and I'm like, can I help you? And the guy's like, whose dog is this, your dog? And I go, no, that's my husband's dog. It's his service dog. After I said that, he turned around and walked away.
Good. Well, I'm sorry that people harassed you like that.
Yeah, I mean, you get it either, I'm still learning, different things. Through Sunny, I've learned a lot too, as far as, the guidelines, what information we need. Also, I have a friend that's also a veteran, that she had a service dog it's a little thing, but she had a service dog, and she'd be telling me, okay, this is the guidelines. They can't ask you this. They can't ask
Right.
you.
So what's your take on this, the guidelines? Because do you feel that these questions are helping protect your privacy so that people aren't asking you like too much about your disability? Or do you think that it also in a way enables people to fake their dogs, like as a service dog?
The guidelines.
I think sometimes if you go into a store, like if you have like a store manager or something that may not completely understand it, they don't know how to approach it. And I think that's allowed a lot of people to get away with it, because obviously they don't know how to approach it. So
they leave it alone.
They kind of leave it alone, or either that or they're all over it and they go overboard.
Okay. So it's just like the line gets blurred, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit back there.
We're trading.
If there was anything, a way to prevent people from being imposter, like misrepresenting their pet as a service dog, what do you think the solution for that could be?
I think it's better education. I mean, to me, I know education's a big one, but I think especially when it comes to like store management and stuff like that, having store managers maybe have that part of like the curriculum or something that they have to go through for what they learn about, because I think sometimes it's, like I said, it's kind of like just, it's either too little or too much, and there's nothing like really, there's no guidance in there.
Just awareness. And I found that when I was researching, it's hard to learn what is the difference between the emotional support, what is the service dog,
Right.
what are the rules for them. I agree. I think it's it can be too confusing.
Right.
So I don't know, I'm from Canada, so I don't know like how people run their companies here, but do you know if when someone starts a business, if they are informed about, what the rules for their...
Unfortunately, it's not, because even I've had to deal with it at work. I work for the city of Phoenix. So when I wanted to start taking Daisy to work with me, I actually work from home now. And this came out throughout during the beginning of the COVID-19, and I was still going into work every day because I was considered an essential employee, but 90% of my job I could do from a computer at home, just as easy as anywhere else. But
You were stressing out.
there was a lot of issues at work that I was having that I requested to bring her with me. And it took almost 6 months before there was any type of resolution from the time I requested it until actually I started working from home.
No
And
way.
that,
The federal law that you are allowed to bring your service dog, isn't
right,
it?
but their solution with the city of Phoenix was to have me work from home. So I've worked from home for the last 6 months now. So because they didn't want, and basically it came down to the whole thing of, well, we don't want people thinking that there was questions whether, well, is she an emotional support dog? Is she a service dog? And the thing was all the people that are the human resources specialists didn't have an answer. None of them really had an answer.
I went to ADA.
Yeah, we even went to the ADA for the city that just the normal 1-800 number that you could call and file a complaint with the city. And they finally had to get involved to get HR to move on it because they didn't know what to do.
Wow.
So their solution to all of this has been that I work from home. So I've worked from home for last almost 6 months now. So-
Sorry to hear that.
So, I mean, in a lot of ways it benefits me because I do get to work from home, but I mean, it still doesn't solve the problem for down the road if somebody else wants to bring a dog or somebody else needs to bring a dog, or if something else happens, there's still no resolution to it.
Right. Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for letting me interview you. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.